There are no justified resentments. A resentment is a denial of our past, our inability to appreciate who we have become. It can be akin to low vibrational emotions such as fear and guilt, shame, apathy, contempt. We hold on to these emotions, but these emotions keep us trapped, no greater than them. We may have trauma from our past, from our childhood, our upbringing that we hold on to. We have these stories about our past that keep us trapped. These stories keep us trapped. And we may have resentment towards people in our past, towards ourselves in our past. But ultimately, these are resentments that we have towards ourselves because nobody else is living in your brain except you. So if we choose to maintain this attachment, this clinging to these low emotions, we can't break out of it. And the only thing that we're doing is we are negatively impacting ourselves. We are letting the world be greater than us. We are not allowing ourselves to break out of the unconscious patterns of our past that we have grown to resent. Recently, I've had an occurrence with my grandmother who is starting to lose it a bit, and she's been going through her life and starting to replay the events. She's 81 years old, and as you get old, things start to get foggy, and my grandfather was a gambling man. He was addicted to gambling. It caused a lot of hardship for her, for my mom, for her family when they were growing up. And it's come to light that he had blamed my mother and myself for taking money from them, which my Nana, my beautiful old Nana from Liverpool, England, began to accuse me and my mother of taking money when I was younger, when she was younger, when it was really my grandfather. And it hurt my mom because my grandfather, my papa, he's gone, he's dead. And on his deathbed, he still was unable to admit to these accusations that he had that he wasn't able to come to grips with. My mom held on to that. It's tough. It's tough for her to get accused by her own father of stealing money. It's tough that her own father accused poor little old Corey for taking money from grandma's wallet, from Nana's wallet. And she has this resentment towards him. And she said to me, like, some things are just unforgivable. Some things are unforgivable. And it went through me. And I said, Mom, why? How is that unforgivable? She said it's changed the way that she looks at her father. And I said, Mom, you have to forgive him because he's gone. He's not here anymore. So you're only not forgiving the idea of Papa, of your father in your head. This resentment that she had towards him and towards the actions that he had during this life went on through his death. Even when he is gone, his image is still living in her and there's a resentment towards it. And ultimately, that resentment is only living in my mother. And my mom said some things are unforgivable, maybe, and I told her, there are no justified resentments. I said, Mom, you can't resent what he did. You have to accept it. Accept, love, and forgive. Accept, love, and forgive. And Jesus talks about it in the Bible. Jesus talked about it his whole life, right? You are forgiven. You are forgiven. What do you think when you get the Holy Communion, right? You're accepting that you're a sinner, but you're also accepting that you are forgiven. And at this moment, I looked at my mother in the face and I said, there are no justified resentments, Mom. Forgive, accept, forgive, and love, because you are the way that you are in this moment because of all this that's happened. You are perfect in this moment. Nothing else could have happened to make you different. Because if you can accept and love and forgive your past, you accept loving and forgiving yourself in this present moment. We are unable to live presently and lead this life of prosperity and love if we are holding attachments and clinging to the past, which only exists in our mind. The resentments that we have towards other people are not resentments towards other people, it's resentments towards the idea of those people in our own mind. So ultimately, we are hating ourselves. We are putting guilt on ourselves. We are putting shame in ourselves. We are putting anger and directing it into us because that is we are unable to allow that resentment to leave us, to get outside of us. And the only way to heal this resentment is through acceptance, love, and forgiveness. There are grudges. Some people hold grudges. There's a lot of people who hold grudges. Most people hold grudges. I have friends who hold a lot of grudges. They keep tabs. You owe me this. I got you dinner that one time. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Right? And the past dictates their future. If we allow grudges and resentments and shame and guilt to dictate our future, we end up with no clarity. We end up taking half a step forward and half a step back all the time. We are unable to take that leap of faith into the life that we intend to be living, the life that we want to be living, that we desire. And it all comes back to there are no justified resentments. And Wayne Dyer talks about it in plenty of his lectures and speeches. It's about being the bigger person. It's about being the one that's filled with love. And it always comes back to what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Hindu, whether you're atheist, whatever it is. Think about Jesus as a role model. And if your role models are the conscious, enlightened people on this planet, you can lead a life of love because they led that life of love and walked the path for us, right? And I wouldn't categorize myself as Christian. I wouldn't categorize myself as Hindu. I follow a perennial philosophy where I grab aspects of truth from every religion and philosophy and form my own picture of reality, an understanding of reality through the lens of oneness. But I can take the teachings of those who have walked this path before me and lead with love. Lead with love. What would love do? What would Jesus do? They're akin to be the same thing. They would forgive, they would accept, and they would love because there are no justified resentments. You're only resenting yourself because the outside world is a manifestation of who you are internally. And the internal world is an internal manifestation of what you're experiencing externally. As above, so below, as within, so without. So accept, love, and forgive. I'll say it 1,000 times. As I walk through the airport, I practice an exercise where I practice the mantra. As I walk through past people, I look at them, I observe their physical being, I observe them, and I accept them, I love them, and I forgive them. I have the mantra, I look at them as I accept you, I love you, and I forgive you. Or the other mantra that I have is, may you be at peace, may you be free from suffering, may you be happy, may you be free, and may you be at peace, right? May you be happy, may you be free from suffering, and may you be at peace. May you be in love. And I offer these prayers to people, whether they know it or not, because you can be the light in the world that you want to see in the world if you believe that to be within yourself. So show up as love every day. Understand that the resentments that you have on the world, outside of you, are only the resentments that you are holding within yourself. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I have tons of videos on emotional intelligence, self-realization, consciousness, spiritual awakening, and this crazy journey that we are all on together as human beings on planet Earth. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy you're here. Click below. We have tons more videos on all of this great stuff. So thank you so much. Much love, much peace, and namaste.